I had been letting Evie use my kitty blanket that I use when I'm cold. Hi, welcome back to Jolty Plays! We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah! And look, at the end of the last episode, we actually found Y'shtola. Oh, it is a lowercase s. I used a capital S. Oh well, I can't spell. You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travels in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Okay! I can't fly! Oh, I would pull this one out. This is another flying one, and I can't fly! I pulled out my bomb pillion that I got through mount grinding. I need... Daggone it! I meant... Hey look, another player. I need to go check the Moogle thing. Okay, I'll do one more episode of advancing story, and then I will go check the Moogle mount thing and find out what mounts I need to go get. And then I may or may not stream the grinding of the dungeons, because it's usually just... If I grind the crystal fates, no, not fates, raid, yeah, if I do the crystal raids, I don't have to do as many to get to where I need to be to get my mounts. So I'll find out what ones are up and what ones I don't have. And then I'll probably just grind off camera. I'm not going to make you guys sit through watching that. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12's Wood, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. They live in a cave. They live in a cave. I smell eggs. Okay, I'm gonna attune to this crystal real quick before I talk to Y'shtola. Yay! Alright, I got my first crystal here. There's probably at least one other town that has a crystal.
Slitherbough is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
That's good, because it's probably would not be a good thing to say that, hey, I've become the warrior of darkness for this place.
see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
Yeah. This says, visit my set like that one, blah, 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 blah.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
That means you probably have to go to the doctor and have them test you and make sure that you're not positive.
More than 3 days, right?
I guess. I don't know. That's what it sounds like.
After 3 days and you're
I
still
thought
going
we were
terrible,
done
I think
talking
that's
about this. Hello, viewer!
Okay, should I fill it out? This was a little thing.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Oh, contact Sedgwick if you are going to be out for more than 3 days, only after working with
But what of you,
facility for
Thancred?
days 1 through 3.
Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
So, 3 more days, or starting today?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Oh my. He's a bit snippy, isn't he?
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not
Go
her.
on to Amazon and check to see if I'm connected with you.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Thou hast been splattered? Thou hast been splattered. Hmm?
Don't get you a PS5 and then you could share it until you get one.
I'll just wait for my own. It's fine. I appreciate it though. Okay, that didn't appear to change my look much, but then again, it could be the top of the boots that I'm seeing. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. It's part of life. You're right, and after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worse. I shall have to speak with him later. Ahem. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Okay, how do I get out of this room? I don't see a door exit. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Copy your credit card to my account if I wanted to.
So what? This is... Okay, that's the door that Ishtal is in.
It's a tissue box, but it can also hold your phone and be a phone stand. Like right here. It looks like a TV. Oh, look. It's a little TV. Plastic thing comes out. It's a tissue box. You put your phone in it and it can hold it.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can watch, like, you know.
Yeah, we never owned tissues. We always use toilet paper. This must be some kind of storage room or something.
They are awesome.
Hey, look, Kev is back. That's weird. Mm-hmm. That must have been like their temple. That looks like a temple. There's another storage. They got lots of storage areas. I don't see anywhere where there's beds. I think that's the way I came in. I'm not sure what's in that direction. It looks like it's sealed off, though. Okay. So we have a section of the cave that is literally just grass. Must be an area for the kids to play. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like they're playing hopscotch, but there's no hopscotch board. Yeah, they're playing hopscotch, but there's no actual hopscotch board there. Okay, I'm gonna talk to this person just to make this go away. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? She sure likes to join me. Of course, of course. Anything for the guest of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within those shadows. Many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to, so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Okay. Meh. I thought for sure we were gonna shrug at each other. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Okay. Is this gonna hurt me? It's gonna burn, isn't it? It's gonna burn.
Yeah.
Did you know there's Motorola robotics and the robot thingy on top of my phone? You can buy these attachments for it, and I think it has 5G.
As Zunar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. Okay. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said that their prayers imbue the water with a faint dark energy. A prickling sensation? No one has ever spoke of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. Oh my god. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alan Tuda, in the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. Alan Tuda? Okay. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friends from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alan Tuda, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. With the chat mode and say, enter Alan Tuda to greet the villagers of Southern. I hate when they make me type stuff. Please tell me I only have to do that one time.
What? You burned yourself?
In the water, yeah. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, hey. I have to do it 3 times? The elderly woman smiles warmly. Hey, look, the delivery moogle's here. Ah, a newly come traveler, Alan C. And welcome to Slitherbow. Okay, what does Chi-Si mean? You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Okay. Call the kid? Ellen Chisi, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in nearly everything you see, but fear not. Our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Okay. God, it's called Shark Week, guys. It's called Shark Week. It's just easier to call it that, and then people don't have to get embarrassed about it. It's Shark Week. It's less embarrassing. Come on, Kevin. No. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. Kevin, didn't you say you plugged it in? Okay, well maybe it's charging very fast. I can see how they've built such a thriving community. Yay! And that's arms? I think that's arms. Does that mean they're gonna give me the chest piece last? They're gonna give me the arms, and then next they're gonna give me the boots, and then they'll give me the chest piece last. They do that sometimes. They flip it around. They give you everything else except for the chest piece. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need to do, do not hesitate to ask. Do not hesitate to ask. Blah, 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 blah. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodging for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya's, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. What am I going to say? No? We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Sure. Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other can the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Okay. Right then, I'll fill you water. Okay. Dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the farming simulator in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm waiting for that. Wait, where am I going? What you got over here? Ooh, Aether Quest. I have too many quests! I can't pick up the Aether Quest! Oh, I guess I have to talk to Minfilia first. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Okay. Okay. Oh, jeez. I can't even run! I've watered half of the plot. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. Okay. Was there enough water for the plot? No, I need another one. Only half? I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you. Take another jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You'll have 30 seconds to complete the task. Ugh. It was 45 seconds last time. Why is it 5 seconds less this time? The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered. Yay! I win. Wait, who am I talking to? Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always to Daya's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history, how our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Great Wood. I see you have read your history. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything, their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls unto the blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulemoor, it's refreshing to find people who value a humble existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. Aww. This we must do for them, our children and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Daddy! Oh, it was a belt that I got. I thought they were getting rid of belts. I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. I don't know. It's weird that I got a belt. So I still need gloves, boots, and chest piece. Done tending to the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar. In the woods, pant, pant. Sin eaters, I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. Far for a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Tadia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for sin eaters to appear. I can go get it. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens, but now what if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descendant from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but the danger proves too great. You must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. Gasp. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. That feels so weird. It feels so weird to hear that. What? I wasn't talking to you. I was reading... I summoned a bird again and I can't fly! Ah! I mean, it looks like my bird is flying, but I'm not up in the air. I'm not in the sky. I couldn't even pick up my Aether quest because I have too many plus quests that I haven't fulfilled. But I can't. Well, most of them are Aether quests, because somebody said I'm not supposed to do side quests, Izzy, and those are considered side quests. Of ADD. That doesn't mean I can add, since I have an attention disorder. They're the Sin Eaters. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, it's two of those. Those are the ones that can turn you into Sin Eaters. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. I would suggest we split up, but I'm afraid something's going to happen to Menphilia if we split them up. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though there are only two. I'll draw one of them away. You can see. Yeah, we split them up anyway. No matter what, we're gonna split them up. I was trying to avoid splitting them. I was worried that something would happen to Menphilia if we split them up. Oh, I should probably summon my carbuncle. My ruby carbuncle. Helm Beetle. Go away. Jolty, pant. There you are. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. Why is the shiny still there if I already checked that place? Okay, it looks like I found it. Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. Ah, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherboat. Runar and the others are probably worried. Yay! I got my carbuncle! Thank goodness you are safe. I had begun to fear the worst. By all that is dark, you found it! We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the sin-eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Alright, that's gonna be gloves. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friend attend to Daya's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Oh, I wonder if that's that cave that had all the lights in it. Joltion and I learned so much about the Knight's Blast while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were sin-eaters, and as long as she accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you know? Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Joltion has business with us. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Yep, it's a place that looks kind of like a temple. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Okay. I place a candle. Oh, the flames are blue instead of orange.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul onto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her onto paradise everlasting.
I'm standing here watching the proceedings. I can't usher her soul. I'm sorry. Ah!
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Okay. So I'm going to turn in this quest and get my arm pieces, and then I'm going to pick up the next quest, and then I'm going to go check out the Moogle event, see what mounts they have available, what ones I still need, and then I might end up doing that for the rest of the day. We'll see. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Alright, I'm at least gonna pick this up. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmaja? Indeed we do. For etched into the tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sataya, quite close to the Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the children of the everlasting dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need, to ensure that I will have enough. I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Yay. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. All right, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then let us convene outside to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. Looks like Urianger is babysitting. I'm sorry, Urianger. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to... That's not annoying.
Ah! My controller died. Give me a second. Ah, music!
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Alright, so boots and chest pieces all I have left. Okay, this controller is so much lighter, it's so weird. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go check the mounts, see what mounts I still need. Grind some dungeons. It's kind of repetitive, so I'm not gonna stream it. But yeah, stay crazy, have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is when you're watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can when I'm streaming. Check out the website in the description. My buddy Shio did a great job, and I'll see you in the next video.